Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to our masterclass, Thriving with Essential Oils today. I'm just going to wait until it is the tick of 10 o'clock and then we're going to kick straight off into this to respect your time and mine. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. So we're going to get started and we're going to welcome you guys in as you join our amazing webinar today. I'm really excited to be coming at you and sharing a little bit more about my love and experience of doTERRA essential oils. And I'll share a little bit more about how I came to these oils in just a moment. So if you're new to this training style through Zoom calls, I just wanted to let you know that there is a little toolbar down the bottom, and in that toolbar you will see chat, and the chat bar is where you can ask some questions, and I will come back at the end of my presentation and training to make sure that I've answered the questions that are relevant to today's class. Okay, this will also be recorded and sent out to those who can't get on live, and also uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you can go back and find it there too. Okay, so let's dive in to our presentation today, and I just really want to welcome you all and thank you for being here. So exciting. I'd love to know in the chat box where you're from, which part of the world you're watching this from, and I'd also love to know, are you new to essential oils? Is this something that you are wanting to learn more about, or are you an old hand? Have you been using essential oils for many years like I have? So today's class is going to be based around the Thrive webvention that doTERRA has just presented to us here in Australia and New Zealand. So if you're watching from elsewhere in the world, these are the oils that have been released to Australia and New Zealand in the last couple of weeks and will be available for purchase from the 2nd of June. But I wanted to bring this to people that are very new to essential oils, because I know that so many people have so many different ideas about purity and quality. I know there can be quite a lot of debates online about essential oils and how to use them safely. And so I wanted to not only sort of share some new spotlight oils, but also teach you about the power of essential oils and how you can utilize them in your daily life. So it's called the Thrive webvention, but we're really just going to dive in here and share a little bit more about myself and have a chat about the beautiful healing qualities of essential oils. And when I say healing, I mean that they can support you emotionally and spiritually, and then they can also support your physical well-being too. So my name is Carly. I am an essential oil educator and have been for the last 3 years officially, but for many years before that, unofficially educating my family and friends and sharing what I loved about these oils and how they were supporting my family in many, many, many different ways. My background is in social work, so I really love to educate our community group around how to use these oils for mental and spiritual and emotional well-being. That's kind of my jam, but I also teach a lot about physical support of the oils, with the oils as well. And so I created a group 3.5 years ago called the Conscious Co. We have over 900 oil users in there, so it's a really great hub for teaching and learning and sharing with each other. I'm a community builder, so I really love when we can create circles of people to support each other and share our collective wisdom rather than me just being the teacher at the top. I really love that space where people can ask questions and share their experiences. So that's all part of what you get when you get essential oils through me, is you get access to the Conscious Co, which is our online community on Facebook at this stage. I also am the founder of the Joy Society, which is an online membership for women who want to find more joy in their lives. So we have a monthly masterclass, Q&As, education resources, ad hoc chats about things in our life that we want to work on to move us from a space of feeling stuck and overwhelmed to a space of joy. So that is another of my passions, is helping women reconnect with themselves and explore the lives that they would like to create, and then actually helping them do that. So that's the Joy Society. And doors will be open again for the next intake of members to that on July 1. So stay tuned if that's of interest to you. So that's a little bit about me and why I chose doTERRA Essential Oils I want to share with you as well. So 5 years ago, when my youngest son was around 12 months old, I went searching for some support with his sleep. So I had an older child. He was 2 years old, and he always slept really well from birth. Right, he lulled me into a very big false sense of security. And then I had my second, and he really struggled with sleep, and we were awake sort of every hour and a half for about 18 months of his life. And about 12 months into that, I was pretty desperate. I was exhausted. I was on the verge of adrenal fatigue and chronic fatigue. I was mentally not great because of the lack of sleep. I was not being the mum that I wanted to be, the wife I wanted to be. I wasn't able to show up in my business the way I wanted to, and things were not fabulous. So as you do when you hit kind of rock bottom in that way, you go out and you try lots of different things. And I did, and a lot of things helped him, but the essential oils were a really beautiful part of our process in winding him down for sleep and helping him sleep longer at night, and also then for me to support my body with my adrenal fatigue. They were just an absolute must have in my daily routine 5 years ago. And then I look back and I think nothing's changed. I still use these oils 10, 15, 20 times a day, depending on what's going on in our life. I have the diffuser going beside me right now. I've just put oils on my kids before I sent them off to school. I've put oils on last night when I was feeling really, really heavy with what's going on in the world. I use them and reach for them multiple times a day. Now, I chose doTERRA though because as a mama, I wanted just the best in the world for my kids. Obviously, I very much am very conscious of what we put on our skin and what food I feed them. So why wouldn't I look at what essential oils they would be breathing in or putting on their skin? So I did a lot of research. I'm a bit of a research nerd. I love to ask questions. I like to explore. I like to email companies and say, hey, how do you make your oils? Where do they come from? What's your sustainability plan? What's your impact on the earth? And get answers back. And for me personally, out of the 12, I think, or 13 companies that I emailed, doTERRA could answer my questions, ticked all my boxes. So for me, that was the choice for me. You do you. I'm very big on empowering you to make up your own mind and make informed choices. So no matter what essential oils you use, if you're coming to this and you're not a doTERRA user, you use another company's oils, that's amazing. All I want to say is make sure you've done your research, you feel comfortable and it feels right for you, and you're getting the results. Other than that, everything you're going to learn in here will apply to doTERRA essential oils only. So if you're using another company's oils, please don't use them in the same way as I suggest the doTERRA oils, unless you've done your due diligence with that. But, there's a reason why doTERRA is the biggest essential oil company in the world. There's a huge reason why we have 60% retention rate customers reordering. So let's dive in to a little bit of education. So the first half of today's class is going to be around making sure that you understand that the oils you use are safe for topical use or safe for at times when you maybe want to take them internally or you want to flavor your food with them. You want to understand the process that the company that you choose to use oils from, that the process that they use to get their oils. So when I was looking at, of course, safety is number one as a mum for me. And so I wanted 100% pure oils. And I'd read a lot of stuff online about how essential oils were often fake or synthetic, they had fillers added to them, or they were not the complete chemical structure. So they had been tampered with in some way. So I absolutely only wanted pure essential oils. And there weren't a lot of companies out there selling that back then 5 years ago. A few more have come into the market recently. But so many of the companies out there that say, because they can, it's legal for them to say it's 100% pure, they're not. And there is a huge difference between a fragrance and an essential oil. And we need to understand that, because when we go to a department store and they're selling, lavender oil for $3, and you think, oh, that's an essential oil. It's not, it's a fragrance. So it's a synthetic. Okay. And that is not good for our lungs, not good for our environment, not good for our babies, not good for our pets. It's not going to give you the results because it's not an actual essential oil. So you want to be looking for 100% natural and safe, but you need to dig a bit deeper, because in Australia in particular, where I live, there's very lax laws, and most companies can pretty much say anything they like about their essential oils. Yeah, natural, and you'll see something called greenwashing where they'll label it as eco-friendly or natural or organic, and it doesn't actually have to be so. The reason you want absolute pure essential oil is that when you have a pure essential oil, there is very, very, very limited risk for any kind of sensitivities or side effects. Okay, but when you have a fragrance, or you have something that's been messed with, or you have, for example, lavender, which is the most synthesized oil in the world, where it's been literally made in a test tube just to smell like lavender. It's a whole concoction of you don't want to know what. You will not get the effect. It won't help you sleep. It'll probably give you a headache. And I hear this story time and time again when I'm educating people about essential oils. They'll say to me, I've tried essential oils, they don't work. I say, was it really a pure, 100% natural, safe? Was it an essential oil? Or was it a fragrance? Or was there some kind of tampering or issue going on with that? The other thing I hear a lot of is, well, that essential oil gives me a headache. And I always say, but let's just check that it was a pure essential oil, because fragrances will give lots of people headaches. So you want something that is extracted from plants and not messed with. So with doTERRA, what I loved was they don't put anything into that bottle. They don't take anything out of that bottle. It is just the pure essential oil. And then you will get consistent results. That's why when I use something like our past tense headache blend, it works every time, not just every now and then. Now, doTERRA essential oils are certified pure tested grade. Yes, that is a benchmark that doTERRA set, because when they started 10 years ago, there were no benchmarks in the market. And there still actually isn't. And so this is a standard that they set for themselves, a very, very high standard. And it just means these are pure and potent. All right. So you absolutely want to make sure that you've got a safe oil. And if you do, then essential oils are very, very safe. In comparison to over-the-counter drugs and other remedies that people take, essential oils are very, very, very safe and extremely effective. So I've already talked a little bit about effectiveness, that if you have a pure essential oil, you should get the results every single time. It should just be, a very consistent result that you get, okay? And when you have a pure essential oil, for things like tummy upsets, pain in the head, digestive issues, soreness and stiff muscles, these oils are more effective than over-the-counter medications and modern approaches to healthcare. They just are. Okay, and so when we can reach for something that's pure, safe, natural, very, very, very limited side effects, and also is not addictive, because that's a huge issue right now in our society, addictive drugs, your body's going to be better off. And so these have been, for my family and for hundreds and hundreds of my customers, these have been an absolute lifesaver for those niggling ailments that modern approaches to healthcare are just not solving. You can also, what I love about the oils is you can use them for so many issues going on at once. So you'll get multiple benefits from one essential oil. So you can apply an essential oil for on your chest to support your respiratory system, okay, but also that the oils in that blend can be mood enhancers. They can be calming to the body and the central nervous system as well. They can also help you process through grief and loss and other trapped emotions. So applying one oil can have multiple benefits. So if I apply, for example, something like frankincense oil to my sore back, it's absolutely going to help with any kind of inflammation there. but at the same time, it's a very grounding and calming oil. It's going to affect my mood. So you're getting this beautiful synergistic kind of response with the body. The body wants to come back to homeostasis. The body's always trying to heal, and essential oils help it to do that. And so when we're able to buy one bottle of essential oil, or a little kit of essential oil, it can really save us a lot of money going to the chemist every time something pops up, or having to take a day off work, or having to go to the doctor and get another script. For so many of our customers and members in the Conscious Co, they're saving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year by using their essential oil online wholesale account. And these oils go a long way and last a long time. In fact, I was just putting some oils in my diffuser today for this class, and I put some basil oil in, and I looked at this little red dot. And I thought, oh my gosh, I use this one quite regularly, but I bought this 2 years ago, and I put a little red dot on it because I was doing lots of classes in my home and people were bringing their oils and they were all getting mixed up. So just a little reminder, wow, I've actually had this essential oil for a couple of years, and we're now down to the last little bit, but I use this quite a lot. So they last a long time. It's cents per, drop really. So if I could, ask you, if you're in the chat box today, what happens when you or someone in your family gets a cold or an earache or a tummy upset? Where do you go? How do you spend your money? How much does it cost you in financial dollars, but also in time, in productivity, especially if you run your own business? So for me, it's just been an absolute must-have, and it is our frontline defense. The other part of this is that it also has helped us save a lot of money on household products, because I can make my own cleaning products. I can make my own bench spray and toilet fizzies and shower cleaner. And so that saves a lot of money and also supports our health too. So they are safe, they are effective, and they are affordable as long as you're using a proper therapeutic or tested grade pure essential oil. All right, you're not going to get the results from something from the department store. So how do you use them? Okay, so every day you think, well, she says she uses them 15 times a day, but how? These are the 3 ways that you can use essential oils. And what I absolutely love is that this is accessible for everyone. So if you don't want to use oils topically on your skin, you can diffuse them. If you don't ever want to flavor your food with essential oils or add some essential oils to your water bottle, you don't have to. You could just use it topically or aromatically. If you don't really love having them around all the time through diffusing, you can just apply it topically. So you can choose. And I see the beauty in this, especially in our community where we've got a lot of parents and carers with children who are on the spectrum with Asperger's, generalized anxiety disorders, ADHD, autism. And those children with those sensory issues can choose their own adventure here. So some of them will not let you put it on their skin. Some of them hate the diffuser, but they can choose what they want to do. And over the course of the day, for me, I have my diffusers going nearly all day in different areas of my home, definitely overnight while we're sleeping. I do choose occasionally to put my oils in my food and flavor my food and in my water. And I put my oils on my skin topically 2 to 3 times a day as needed. And I choose what I need for my mood and what's going on. So it is totally up to you how you choose to use them. You do not have to flavor your food with them. You do not have to use them topically. Do what feels good for you. So I'm just going to stop my screen share and just check in the questions box, if I can get my arrow up here. And just make sure I'm not missing any chats. No questions as such. Okay, cool. We'll go back in here. So I'm now going to jump in to our oil spotlight because I want this class to be short and sharp. So we're going to go in here and I'm just going to share with you a few essential oils. Now we have over 120 essential oils available. Not everyone needs all of them. But I want to share a few oils here that you might want to look into that are coming to Australia and New Zealand in particular. They're already available in the US and other parts of the world, but it'll show you the versatility of essential oils and how many ways you can use them just by buying one essential oil. So this is lemon eucalyptus, which is, I'm so excited this has come because, especially in Australia, you know, the more Aussie oils we can have, the more we're supporting our economy and our industry. but it also is just a beautiful familiar smell for our home. So I love diffusing lemon eucalyptus for a positive environment. It really freshens up the house, makes it smell just bright and clean and alive. And I really like to put in the diffuser with some floral oils or some citrus oils as well. I'm really enjoying it with black spruce, but it is derived from a lemon-scented blue gum eucalyptus plant. If you're not in Australia, you probably don't know the smell, but we do. We walk through the bush. We actually have it planted on our property. We're on 3 acres and we have some around our property, and just a really beautiful smell to waft into your nostrils at times. So before I was talking a little bit about saving a lot of money on household products. So lemon eucalyptus oven cleaner, this is just one recipe that you can use lemon eucalyptus oil for cleaning. Okay, really, really powerful. And you're going to avoid all those nasty, nasty chemicals from the oven cleaners that we get at the supermarket. The next oil that's new to Australia is celery seed. And this has been used for centuries in Chinese culture, also in Indian and Ayurvedic cultures too. But celery seed has recently really come into the spotlight with the medical medium writing a book about it and encouraging people to celery juice and to drink celery juice every single day. And people are seeing incredible healing through doing that. So this is an option if celery seed oil will be helpful if you don't want to juice a whole bunch of celery every day, or you can't get access to it. So you might be traveling, or you're in an area where fresh fruit and vegetables are not quite as readily available. So just gives you a little bit of info here about celery seed. It is strong. It is really a unique smell, and it is definitely one that most of our customers will just take internally, putting it in their smoothies. But you can diffuse it. Absolutely, you can diffuse it. And so here's a couple of smoothie recipes that might be helpful if you're a bit of a smoothie lover like I am, more so in the summer months. So we've got our lovely greens smoothie and power through the day smoothie there as well. It does say 1 to 2 drops of celery seed. I would only use 1 and start there, and add more if you think you need it, but it is very, very strong. But we're really excited to have this for how this supports the digestive system. And if you can, go to the medical medium and read up about the benefits of celery juicing, you'll see what the benefits of using celery seed oil will be too. Okay, so citronella. Okay, another quite a familiar smell. Especially for us in Australia. We use it quite a lot in natural insect repellents and to repel mosquitoes. So this essential oil is from the leaf of a really tall grass that's native to Asia. And it's a really crisp and fresh aroma. It is beautiful. And you'll see it a lot in the outdoors. So you can make up your own spray bottle with some citronella, a little bit of doTERRA's Terra Armour, which is our natural insect repellent, maybe some lemongrass, tea tree. They're all natural insect repellents. You can make up your own natural insect spray, which is really cool. Okay, so in here you've got the chemical components of citronella and I can never say this one, geraniol, which are known for their cleansing properties. So you can inhale this one directly from your hands or in your diffuser for a really positive aroma. Diffuse it outdoors if you've got a little portable diffuser for the mozzies and mosquitoes and bugs. You can apply it to your skin with some fractionated coconut oil. Okay, you can make an aromatic spray. This would be a really lovely toilet freshener, or the lemon and eucalyptus as well. And you can diffuse to promote a cheery, optimistic environment. So what I'm now going to say about putting citronella or lemon and eucalyptus on your skin is that they are photosensitive. So you would never put that on your skin in direct sunlight. So this would be something, if you were going, let's say on a day hike, you would put citronella, maybe you would spray it on your clothes rather than putting it on your skin, because it can burn through with that sunlight. Okay, so just be really aware of that with your citrus-based oils. Here's another cleaning product recipe for you all. Just using some basics of white vinegar, water, your citronella oil in a spray bottle. You can also add in some eucalyptus or peppermint in there too. Okay. Beautiful. Citronella. We're really excited to have that in our collection. Now, black spruce is a really, I've found this a really special oil, just my opinion and experience of this, because I've been using this a lot for emotional processing. And it has been used by the Native Americans for topical and spiritual practices as well. It's a very powerful wood oil. And I'll show you a little video shortly on where we get it from and how it's grown and how it's distilled, and the fact that it's a zero carbon footprint oil. Like there's no residue left to impact the earth in a negative way. So that's distilled from the needles and the branches of this beautiful big tree, the black spruce. Essential oil is high in borenyl acetate. All right, we know is a chemical compound that's really good for relaxing and calming the body. So I've been using it in the morning by just putting a drop in my hands and sitting and inhaling it and taking a few deep breaths just to calm my central nervous system down. But it's also a really great one for sore muscles and for massaging into those areas that you have some discomfort. Okay. Apply to the back of the neck with some coconut oil or some almond oil, some kind of carrier or base oil throughout the day whenever you are searching for harmony and balance. Okay. Some really beautiful diffuser blends here. I have to say I used the Spa Retreat one on Friday at home and it was really relaxing. Probably a bit too relaxing for me to get some work done, but it just created a really lovely environment in my home office. The black spruce and lemon myrtle is a fave of mine as well. So you can jot those down. Okay, so Adaptiv is a trademarked blend of essential oils that doTERRA has created. So the scientific group, the doctors, all of these incredible minds in doTERRA get together and say, right, we would like to create an oil that does this. They do this regularly. And then they go about researching and blending and finding what's going to work and then testing. And so Adaptiv is an incredible oil that's been brought together, blend of essential oils that have been brought together to support mental wellness and well-being and emotional health, really. And so this blend is a mixture of lavender, magnolia, neroli, and sweet gum, and also wild orange and spearmint. So you can imagine, if you've got some of those oils singly, what this smells like. It is really beautiful as just an aroma on its own. I wear it because I like the smell of it, but I also really benefit from its ability to calm the chatter in my mind when I'm feeling overwhelmed or when I have really anxious thoughts or feelings. And at this time and in the last few months in the world, this has been one that many of us have reached for when we've just felt it has been too heavy or too much to process through our bodies. Okay, so it's called Adaptiv. It's also called the Tranquil Blend. And here's a few uses for it. You could add it to an Epsom salt bath. So if you're going to do that just for skin sensitivity, you would add it in a little bowl, 2 to 3 drops or 3 or 4 drops in a bowl with some fractionated coconut oil or almond oil or some milk if you don't have an oil carrier. So you can add some milk and then add it into the bath with your Epsom salts and it will disperse through the water and not just sit on top of the bath. You can, this is a divine massage blend. So this is a really beautiful, calming, relaxation massage blend, okay, for the body before bed in particular. It also comes in a 10 ml roller. So when we say a roller, you'll see that little picture there. It's diluted or ready to go and roll. You can roll that on your pulse points, roll that on your brainstem, the back of your neck. Use it across the shoulders, then give yourself a little bit of a self massage. Roll it into the palm of your hand and inhale deeply as needed throughout the day. You can even roll it on your temples as well if you want to support that overwhelming chatter in your brain. We all have that at times. So it does come pre-diluted, skin safe here. Okay, and here's a beautiful testimonial from one of our members, Jessica. Okay, using your essential oils regularly is going to help so much. We need to remember that essential oils, they go into the body, They get into the bloodstream, they circulate around, they do what they have to do, bringing the body back to homeostasis, supporting the environment for the body to heal itself, calming the central nervous system, whatever the chemical compounds are set to do in that oil. It'll do its job, and then it metabolizes out of the body. So we always say use small amounts of essential oils more often rather than a large amount once a day. And so the more you use it, regular use will support your mental health. Okay. All right, let's move on to lemon myrtle. So lemon myrtle is native to Australia, another Australian oil, and it has long been used by our Indigenous communities for healing, for their diet as well. So, you know, this essential oils, it's not a new fad. It's nothing new. The way we are delivering it to the mainstream is new, but the essential oils and the plants have been used by all civilizations for hundreds and hundreds of years. And so I get excited and I feel really honored to be a conduit between the plant medicine and you guys, to be able to bring this into homes all around the world. That's our mission, right? So you can have access. So you don't have to know how to go forage for these in the bush, and then how to you know, distill them down yourself, and how to use them and try and research it. We're trying to deliver it so that everyone has access to these essential oils. Okay, if you've ever smelt lemon myrtle, it's quite a different smell to lemon. And you may have, I've seen it a lot in like bush tucker, raw chocolates, dukkha, you know, spice and herb blends as well. So it's a really beautiful one to cook with in your kitchen. And I love diffusing it for a fresh aroma as well. Here's a few diffuser recipes for you. So the Citrus Lift diffuser blend, the working from home. So I've got it today with the basil and some frankincense. I've got that one in my diffuser as I chat to you today. All right. And there's a gorgeous one down there that's really highlighting Australian oils with that lemon myrtle and the eucalyptus, and Douglas firs New Zealand oil there too. Okay, so these 6 amazing rollers were have been very, very eagerly awaited. These were released in the USA over 18 months ago, and we finally got them through our TGA and all our registrations and got them into Australia as an ongoing collection, or you can buy them singly too. So this is the kids collection. These are roller bottles, pre-diluted, ready to roll on skin, and especially the skin of children. doTERRA actually consulted a group of kids about what they would like for their own little collection, and this is what they came up with, and they helped to pick the names too. So you've got Brave. Brave is our courageous blend, and so this is a great one for children to roll on to help support them when they're going to try something new, when they're going to maybe overcome a fear, when they need to help them understand something that's going on in the world and they need a bit of courage. This is a beautiful oil. I have gifted this to customers, children who have been starting new schools, as well as, you know, trying to accomplish big goals in their life. So they're just beautiful oils to gift to people as well. You've got Karma. So Karma is that gorgeous restful blend. So this is really great for sleep, but also just for anxious feelings, overwhelm, hyperactivity, just when they're feeling a little bit jittery and all over the place. You've got Rescuer. Now Rescuer is our soothing blend. So this is really great for sore muscles and growing pains, teeth grinding, any kind of physical discomfort and pain. Rescuer is going to be a really great, safe one to use on your little people. Steady oil is the grounding blend. So when we feel really overwhelmed, this is going to be a very centering and calming blend to roll on the back of your neck or wrists, or just to breathe in and help find your balance. Okay. So again, any children with worry or anxious feelings, this can be a beautiful support for them. Thinker. Thinker is our focus blend for kids. So we have, for adults, we have In Tune. For kids, we have Thinker. That said, I use Thinker a lot. It's one of my favorites for focus and concentration when we need to get the job done. Great for kids who struggle with a little bit of concentration at school as well. Stronger oil is our immune support oil for kids. So this is a safe, gentle oil. We use On Guard in our family, and on us adults, this is just another option. And being that it's a kids specific oil, it's safe for little people. Okay. Great for the cold winter months that we're getting into here in Australia. So there's a little spotlight on some of the new oils, or all of the new oils coming to Australia, but how you can use them in a few different ways. But I wanted to put it out there that I'm always here to help you figure out which oils might be best to start with. So if you ever have any kind of health concerns, I want you to know that at any time you can reach out to me, and I will at the end of this class give you my details. I love when people ask for help. I love when people say, we've got this health issue going on. I've done heaps of research, because mostly you'll go and do a bit of a Google, but now I'm overwhelmed and confused. Where do I start? And one of my superpowers is being able to keep it really simple and just focusing on your number one or two, maybe one or two priorities. What are your top health challenges here? What are we going to focus on first? Let's get that happening. Let's get some wins on the board there. Let's get that resolved, and then we can move on. And when I say health concerns, I'm talking about emotional health, I'm talking about mental health, and I'm talking about physical. So there are oils that can support in all of those different health realms. So we can just have a quick chat on the phone, or via email, or via voicemail, whatever works for you to support you. And then from there, if you choose to grab some oils, I'm always going to advocate that you get your own wholesale account, because then it opens up so much more education and community and connection through our online membership group. Okay, so before I wrap this up and give you my details, and also want to let you know about a little offer. If you're new to doTERRA Essential Oils and you want to get started and get your oil collection going, I have a couple of little extra goodies and freebies to say well done you, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to share a little bit about doTERRA's co-impact sourcing. So this is something that sets doTERRA apart from many other essential oil companies out there, is our sourcing model and how we source. We do not buy farms. We don't go to areas of the world and say, well, we want that plant, we're going to buy this off the natives, or we're going to buy this off the local community, because a lot of the time they're really remote and really poor areas of the world. We go in and say, right, we would like to buy your plants, your essential oils, but we're not going to take over here. We want to work with you. We want to really celebrate the fact that you are artisans, that you are in general third, fourth, fifth generation farmers of this plant. You know the land. We want to work with you. What resources do you need to help your community? How can we all rise up? And this was the thing that sealed the deal for me with doTERRA, and also why I choose to partner and share and do classes like this and get these oils into more homes, is because I can see the impact that it's having around the world. So we do give you the highest quality essential oils. Like that's number one rule. Like, we do not, if an oil is not 100% pure with our tests, we do not put it in a bottle and give it to you. There is just no compromise on that. But we want to make a positive difference as well in the lives of the farmers, the harvesters, and the distillers who contribute. And so our co-impact sourcing strategy is a deliberate approach to provide ethically responsible employment opportunities for those involved in the essential oil supply chain. So we create sustainable jobs in really rural areas where there was no industry, but we're ethical about it. A lot of other people will go in and take the plants and either not pay the farmers, or pay them really poorly, or make them wait a month. And so when you start to explore doTERRA's co-impact sourcing model and their statement of intent, their moral compass, their strategies around how to do this, you will see over and over again that this is something that's just so integral to our company's culture. So, co-impact sourcing, when you buy a bottle of black spruce, I'm going to show you a video on that in a moment, you're creating jobs over here. If you buy a bottle of frankincense, you're creating jobs in Somalia and Oman. 96,000 jobs have been provided, and those people who are now getting paid for the hard work that they do have family and community. And so that has rippled out to 455,500 people so far. So co-impact sourcing, really important. No matter what company you choose to get your oils from, understand their sourcing model and understand that it's ethical and that the people at the other end of the supply chain are being looked after. Okay, I'm going to show you a really quick video about black spruce, because I think it's really important to understand where the oils come from.
We're here in the beautiful boreal forest surrounded by black spruce trees. And this is our black spruce partner and our balsam fir partner, Jean-Claude. I would love for you to share with us kind of the whole cycle that we have, the sustainability cycle behind the black spruce.
We don't cut trees, so there's already an industry who's cutting the tree for construction wood by the rule of the government, and the government makes sure it's sustainable. We take pile of branch that the logging industry doesn't want, and it's left in the forest as a pile, and the nature doesn't like it because it gives less space for the vegetation to grow. Everybody wins around because we take something nobody likes and we make nice product.
Beautiful out of it.
On the time we receive the raw material to the site here, so we chip it, we put in the steel, and the way we work here with the power plant is that inside their building there's faucet we use as we need to get the steam to the steel.
The distillery is located adjacent to a local power plant. They create power by burning wood byproduct from the sustainable logging industry. This power plant creates the steam used in the distillation process for these oils. In exchange for the steam, the raw material after being distilled is then processed by the power plant, creating an entirely closed loop cycle with net zero environmental impact.
Say 2 drops of oil help someone to relieve something.
Right.
And every 1.35 seconds, I'm helping someone.
How does that feel?
I wake up early in the morning for that. Yeah. I share that with my kids because they will be next generation to carry on, I hope, my business and make things even better for the world, because we'll do just more and more of that.
Okay, so just shows you one story about one oil, but how powerful it is to see the other end of the supply chain. And you don't get that when you buy oils retail. When you go into a store or a health food shop and you pick an oil off the shelf, you don't get that story. So there are 3 ways you can get going with your essential oils, and then I'm going to wrap this class out. So you can purchase retail. You can absolutely go onto our doTERRA websites and buy retail. That is totally doable. If that's what you feel comfortable with, then absolutely do that. You can reach out to me and purchase them, and I'll get them sent out to you as well at that normal recommended retail price. But what most people choose to do is to get a wholesale account, and that's really, really simple. It takes about 3 minutes to set it up, and it just means you've got access, a little bit like joining Costco or any other kind of online program or subscription or wholesale, where you get wholesale price. It's really the same thing. So you can start wholesale, which is to start with either a collection of oils, because some of our kits are very heavily discounted and will suit you. If they don't suit you, that's fine. You can choose the oils you want to start with, and that wholesale membership price is $35. If you get a collection of oils, that $35 is totally waived. So it can generally work out a little bit more reasonable. And I am all about saving money and getting you exactly what you need. So we just play around and work out what's the best fit for you. So that's wholesale. And what that means is for 12 months, you have your own online store. So you can go in and order and shop whenever you like, whenever you need things, and you get 25% off retail price. But you also get, with that wholesale account, you get me as your educator, you get our community of educated people sharing their essential oil recipes and their experiences. You get access to incredible health information. We run monthly classes on how to use your essential oils, but also just how to live healthier lives. So this month, for example, we did a class on winter wellness and preparing our bodies and our immune systems for winter. So wholesale account gives you access to incredible support and education. And that is very, very important to me, that people start with their essential oils and actually get help in how to use them, so they don't just gather dust on your shelf. Now, you've also got the access to number three, which is wholesale plus points for free products. So that's something we can talk about once you get started with your oils. Some of us choose to shop through our account for nearly everything health-wise, and we get free reward points, a little bit like frequent flyer points, but a whole lot more lucrative. So there's a few different ways. It's flexible. Figure out what's right for you. If after this class today you just want to try a few oils, we can get you a couple just to have a play with. If you're ready to dive in and sort of go, yeah, I want to get a collection and then I want to get some help in how to use them, we're ready for you. We can help you with whatever you need. So here are my contact details. I want to leave you with a really special heartfelt offer. So I really don't do this very often, and that's not me just trying to market to you. I really don't offer free oils often because I see the value in you investing in your health, and I want to empower you to invest in your health. And when you spend money, you're more likely to use the oil. So I don't give a lot of free oils away. But I felt called to do this month because there are so many people who are struggling right now, financially, emotionally, physically. And I do have some beautiful essential oils here that I don't want them sitting in my cupboard, basically. They're ready to go out into the world. So if you are totally new and you want to set up your own wholesale account and you really want support, and you do this in either May or June, we're now in June, I will gift you 2 bonus essential oils, 15 ml essential oils, that we can talk about what you need and we can really tailor that to suit you. So that's an on offer. You can email me at hello@carlyhageman.com. You can follow me on Instagram, where I share a lot of my essential oil use and other things that I like to bring to the world. And my website is there as well. If you are a current member and you're watching this, if you're already in our beautiful Conscious Co membership and you feel like you need a tune up, you need a bit of a refresher, just book a chat with me. Send me an email and say, hey, I'm not using my oils as much as I want to. I know that they're amazing, and we can just book a time in to have a half an hour chat or an hour chat and really get you back on track. And that is totally free and complimentary, because that is all part of being part of our membership. So there you go, guys. That is it for today's class. I really want to thank you for showing up and watching this. I'm really happy to answer any questions that you have. If you feel like this will help somebody else, once it's up on my YouTube channel, you can share this away. And yeah, have an amazing day. I'm going to jump back in and just check out that there's no questions. I don't think there is. No, we're good. And I'm going to stop recording and say goodbye. Have an amazing day, and thanks for being here.